Hello, class 11. We will start our lessons from today. Since it's our first class or first period, I will just tell you what all basically you have to do throughout this year, right? First of all, we do not know when this lockdown is going to be over, so we have to continue this way of learning things for quite some times. Fine. So I hope I told you some systems that we are going to follow in my WhatsApp group yesterday, and you have understood what I meant. If we follow this, I don't think there will be any problem because I'm doing the same thing with my class 12 students and they said it's fine. But if you feel we need to bring about some kind of change, need to change some systems, then please let me know. Please feel free to talk to me, okay, first of all. And then we can think of it, right? Now, basically what we'll do initially to begin with, since it's a skill-based subject, computer science is a skill-based subject, I will just put some videos, okay? I will teach in this board and I will put up that video for you. But later on, since it's a skill-based subject, you need to work on hands. Now here I do not know you have access to computer at this moment at home, fine? Let me imagine that you do not have access to computers at this moment. So, in that case, how basically we go about it, that we have to see and we have to decide. And that is why I think if I have to show something to you on the computer and you have to learn from it, then I think we need to go for some kind of online methods like Zoom and like that. There are other apps also that we can talk and we can decide by ourselves. First of all, let me tell you, this computer science in class 11 and 12, it is a very, very scoring subject if you do it well. Okay, you have to write basically in boards a 70 marks theory paper and a 30 marks practical paper. Okay, 30 marks practical paper, so far the system is like this, that children write the exams in the school itself. That means somebody will come from some other schools as an examiner that CBSE will appoint, and he will be writing your exams from the school itself. The gentleman will come and will ask you some programs to write, and you have to write the programs. Oh, let me tell you, I forgot to mention this. What all you have in your curriculum? Fine. In your curriculum, mainly what is there, that is called Python programming. Now, programming is a very new thing for some of you, but I guess some of you have done HTML coding, okay? You have designed web pages. So you basically know that when we write various instructions, okay, in HTML codes, and we save it in a file and then we can run that file, right? We can run those codes and then we get an output in a web page. So this is also a similar kind of thing. Programming is also a similar kind of thing. Some of you may have worked with programming with QBasic, with C++, or whatever in your junior classes. I do not know that. But let me tell you from the very beginning, programming is something like, it's a very, very concept-based kind of thing. It is something where your understanding is very, very important, right? It is like mathematics, it goes in a logical way, but it is not as hard as mathematics, let me tell you, fine? But yes, it is said that those who like maths, those who are okay with maths, for them programming becomes a good fun, right? But it is not to make you feel scared. If you are not so good in maths, you can still do computer science, don't worry, fine? But one thing you have to remember, since this class has only 3 students for now, and there may be 1 or 2 students joining later, even then the total number will be 4, 5, 6 at the most. So now only 5 of you or 6 of you or 3 of you are learning from me. So basically it is a better situation than a private tuition, I would say. In private tuition also, if you go nowadays, you get to see so many children are studying in one place, right? And it becomes very difficult for everyone to clarify their doubts, their concepts and other things. Fine. So since for time being only 3 of you are there, or in the long run there might be only 1 or 2 more, fine, you are requested to clarify your doubts. Please feel free to ask questions, right? Do not feel that X has understood, so better let me keep quiet, that most of the people have understood. Two of my classmates have understood. So me being the third one, is better for me to keep quiet. Please don't do that. Fine? Your understanding is your understanding. If you do not understand, you have the right to ask me 1,000 times. Fine? And I do not feel bugged or do not feel disturbed if I'm asked question again and again. Fine? I feel rather happy to answer questions. Clear all your doubts. Any question, doesn't matter, even if it is a very silly question. If that is a question for you, if that question has come in your mind, please clarify that. So you have two things in your curriculum. One is Python programming, which holds the major part of it. And there is one thing, first of all, you have Python programming, okay? You have Python programming, that is number one. Number two, there is a thing called SQL commands. What is that SQL commands? This SQL commands are basically a kind of commands which are used to handle database management system. For example, in junior classes, I'm sure you have done Access. So Access is some sort of database management system, not a fully database management system, because Access is being a part of MS Office. It's just been provided there, some kind of basic work that we do in a database. In a small office or in office purpose, if you want to maintain a small database and if you want to use that database to access in various ways, to generate various kinds of reports, for only that purpose, MS Access is used. But if you go for a proper database management system, that provides you with a lot more facilities. In fact, that gives you a facility to do the coding also, to write programs, so that you can fetch things in your own way. Fetch things means in database what happens? You arrange data in tabular manner, fine. And then you access the data, whichever information you want, accordingly you filter it, you sort out, and you take the data that is required from a big pile of data. That is what is the job of database management system. Now, database management system, another thing is the security, fine. The data security is very, very important over there. So all these things are there in a database management system, but we are learning only a small part of it in the form of SQL commands. Okay. And the third part which you got to do in your curriculum is a bit of theoretical knowledge. Fine. This part is really very less. I mean, here basically your normal understanding. This theory part basically covers all the latest technology. Let me tell you, various kinds of networking. You have studied a little bit of them in your class 10 curriculum if you have done FIT or IT as one of the additional subjects. So this theory portion covers various conceptual things, and mostly all the technologies which are there in practice at this moment. For example, all of us are using, social networking sites. We are using video calls. So how that video call, or if in fact a voice call, is possible through social networking sites, this is the current technology. Okay, you have heard of GPS. Now GPS facility is there in almost all the vehicles. How basically a GPS system works. Okay, all this latest technology that we get to see today, this theoretical portion covers that much. Okay, so basically we have these three items in our entire curriculum. Now let me tell you one more thing here very, very clearly. In class 11 you will study some of the portions. In other subject, what happens? In class 11, whatever you study, for example, you people have taken up physics. In class 11, whatever you study in physics, that will not be required in class 12. Yes, you require the knowledge of that in terms of fundamental things, in terms of your later on if you want to appear for engineering entrance exam and all. But CBSE paper, if you look at, the CBSE paper is based on whatever you study in class 12. Class 11 portion is not required over there. Fine. But computer science is an exceptional subject. Fine. Computer science says that whatever you study from class 11, particularly what the portion which is covered under Python programming and the portion which is covered under SQL commands. In these two parts, whatever we do in class 11, everything will be required for you in the class 12 board exam, and that is the exam we have to focus on. Fine. I'm not worried about how your class 11 annual examination would go and other examinations should go, because finally we need the marks from the final exam, that is class 12 boards, right? So basically whatever we will learn in class 11, do not think it is class 11's portion, so let us forget it. No. Whatever notes will be given, whatever will be taught in class 11, each and everything will be required in the class 12 for the class 12 board exam. Because in computer science it is a kind of a continuous syllabus. All the things, for example, we will learn under Python programming will be required by you. Okay, all these conceptual things which I tell you, if you do not understand that properly, you will not be able to use that knowledge in class 12. And also sometimes you will see some very simple thing, a rule or a particular concept which you learned in Python programming can be directly asked also in class 12 paper. Fine, right? So there is no class 11, class 12 here. Everything is important for board exam. Fine. So with this I will just finish my first video. Next video onwards I will start a topic. Fine, and I will start actually teaching.